Welcome to Weakness Peakness. It's Adrian here. It's day 40. I know I've been gone a little bit. I had to take a minor rest and recovery stage. I happened to get into a point where I was depleting my energy drastically, um, which I believe was just due to the fact that I'm on such a stringent carnivore diet. Um, as you can see, it's definitely worked very well. My skin has cleared up. I still get red flares, but that should be expected probably for the rest of my life, knowing that I have the rosacea. But knowing that I don't have, the spider veins or as many breakouts, etc., working out and eating right is definitely doing me justice. Um, However, I ran into massive energy depletion, and I got to a point where I was feeling exhausted. Um, this is to a point where I took a few days off and chose to replenish my glycogen levels, or my sugar stores is the best way I could even think of it. Glycogen is basically it's basically like a molecule or a way that sugar is broken down in your body that comes from carbs and sugars. Um, it helps your energy stores. If you've ever been like running long distance, the reason why those long distance runners eat like oats and heavy carbs and sugary things is because they're trying to get those glycogen stores to build up. It's not necessarily the same thing as fat, and it's not necessarily the same thing as calories. It's how it's broken down in your body, and it's stored a little bit differently. It kind of attaches to water, and the water that's within your muscles and stuff like that, and it's released slowly throughout. Its primary source of energy is basically helped by your cells. It's stored mainly in like your, I know it's your organs. I believe it's your liver, um, but primarily like in your muscle tissues. The glycogen helps with your energy supply. Also, it gives you the ability to have increased energy when you need it on demand. Whereas on the carnivore diet, you probably noticed that I didn't really have a slow phase, but I didn't really have that burst phase either. Um, that was because everything was so level. Um, but when I was depleted, it took a lot more to recover. Um, and glycogen, like I said, it's broken down glucose. Um, it gives you a quick burst, that really efficient energy source. Um, it helps with like your blood sugar levels. I think that's kind of one of the best ways of knowing is if your organs are working correctly. It's going to help release the glucose that's coming from the glycogen into your bloodstream. It's going to help you maintain that stable blood sugar levels rather than having super spikes, especially if in between the two phases that basically I'm in, which is the fasting phase where I'm not eating at all for 16 hours of the day, and when I'm going through strenuous activities, working out. Um, it also assists with like muscle and your function and development. Um, it's used a lot during physical activity, and it helps supply energy directly to the muscles, which help aid in your performance and endurance. Um, and the other thing that I was finding was I had reached a point where, as I was kind of discussing my expenditure on my 25 days, that I was seeing a massive drop in my BMR. That's my basal metabolic rate, or the rate at which I burn calories just resting, not doing anything. So I was trying to basically counteract that by doubling, even tripling my exercise hours and worked minutes in, the amount of work I was putting in to try to stay at a certain level, and I just couldn't. So basically what I did was I kind of carb loaded. I allowed myself to eat about 1,000 more calories per day for about 3 days. That puts me at about 2,800 calories a day. A lot. I gained some weight back. I know a lot of it's probably also just stored water again. I took on all that water, but I'm also getting that that recovered feeling. I can feel that my body is recovered. I'm ready to go again. And basically, I hit that wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take myself, and every single time I feel like I'm at that point, I'm going to do this again. It's going to be a period of anywhere from 1 to 3 days, depending on what I need to recover my body best and make sure that my energy levels stay high and maintainable. Because without that, my body's going to struggle to maintain the energy levels and even perform efficiently. And I don't want to be falling over trying to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish. So that's kind of where I've been. I will say that separating out the exercises and focusing on these muscle groups has actually worked out to a better benefit for myself. I do feel like I'm getting a much better body workout, and I feel like everything's recovering faster. I am still doing the compound movements. However, because I'm also doing the calisthenics / aerobic activity in the morning, I'm only focusing really on the walking and the muscle workouts during the evening, focusing on those same groups I discussed before, which is now that, push day, pull day, and leg day. Sorry I couldn't put a leg video. Pretty much the only thing I can still do right now is the squats, because I have to go across the street to do my other activities, and I'm still a little embarrassed about myself being in front of a lot of people, so it's not quite easy to just walk into a Planet Fitness or something like that, easily get equipment, and especially recording around others, I just don't want to go through any kind of hassle there. So what I may do is, as I get a little bit more involved, I'll just put together actually what are the exercises I'm doing, how many sets, etc., and what weights, so you can kind of get a glimpse of what I'm doing. I am hoping to kind of put together a little bit of a quick plan of what I did at the start, what I'm doing now, and where my future goals will be. So there is a workout routine in case anybody does want to follow or do something similar, that you can pick out things that feel best to you and work best for you. But as I was saying, it really came down to I needed that rest and recovery, and now I feel like I have enough glycogen storage back in my body, and I should be in a better spot. Now I'm going to go back on the carnivore again, and this is because, while on carbs and sugars, etc., those glycogen stores are going to be heavily filling my body. But I'm also going to be taking in a lot more calories than I necessarily should, knowing that I'm in a deficit and my desired goal is to lose weight while maintaining muscle, and I'm trying to lose weight at the optimal rate that I possibly can. By doing that, I'm going to have to break down and get away from the glycogen stores, because the way that's stored and the way it's used, kind of like I said, I'm using sugar, I'm using the carbs, I'm using that stuff to break down glucose, create the glycogen, so that I can then have that quick energy source. But I think as long as I maintain enough in my body just to have it, I should be okay for those essential, short bursts, high intensity exercise, and to maintain a good blood sugar level. Additionally, we look at it from the duration. I'm not in this for the quick, short energy bursts. I need to be able to go long term, repetitious type durations, which is going to be more optimal on fat, because fat's going to be stored, throughout my body, and why not use it? I already have so much of it. It's stored in the adipose tissue throughout your body, and it's going to provide more of a slow, sustained source of energy, but it's going to be it's almost crucial for any kind of long duration, low to moderate intense activity. So anything that I'm doing hours worth of work that's moderate, like walking long distances, doing high volume workouts, doing a lot of activity that's not high intensity yet, because I am still at that overweight model. I can only push my body so far. It's going to be optimal to be burning fat during that. And when we talk about the energy density, the difference, if the glycogen, the way it's stored is like in your water, in that water, and it's only like 4 calories per gram. Well, there's about 9 calories per gram of fat. So if I'm trying to put myself in a deficit, why would I only want to burn 4 when I can burn 9 for every little gram? You know what I'm saying? Like I want to maximize on that burn. So that's kind of why I'm going to stick with the fat burn and stick back with carnivore. And so once I get myself to my ideal body weight, I will slowly go back onto probably a carb heavier diet, but not carb heavy, meaning that I'm probably going to be looking at 150 to 200 grams of carbs a day. And that's going to be my window. And right now I'm below 50. I'm trying to stay around 30, 39 per day. So that's kind of where I'm at right now for an energy source. So I just wanted to say I'm back. I never went anywhere. I just need to rest to recover a little bit. I'm back to the energy. I'm probably going to start doing this more as just a discussion, kind of hit you guys up every 5 to 10 days, just so that way you're aware I am here. I might not be recording my videos so much of my workouts because you've seen exactly what I'm doing. You've seen the process. However, I will still do my updates of my body weights and where I'm actually at and how I'm progressing every 25 days. So you can see the progress pictures and see where I'm at and where I'm moving towards, what my body weight is, and where we're going to be at the end of this 100-day MacroFactor body transformation challenge. So thanks for being here. Have a great day.